Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper Chronicles, coming back at you with another Ratchet video. This time something from Hart, and Hart we know as a brand from Walmart mostly, but there's been some, I don't know, it's kind of weird stuff going on at Walmart in their tools section. They've been putting a lot of their Hart tools on clearance, or they're trying to get rid of them. This one actually I didn't pick up at Walmart. I picked this one up at Ollie's, which is a store which mostly has like they buy a lot of merchandise from other stores and they sell it at a discount. So this one I paid $11.99 for this extendable 1/2-inch ratchet. I'm not sure how much this would cost at Walmart. Maybe up in the 20s, 20 something dollars, probably full price if they had this on the shelf at Walmart still. Yeah, it's an extendable ratchet. The difference between this one and a lot of the ones you see, like the Pittsburgh one, is that this one actually has a flex head on it. So I guess it's a little bit more useful maybe in some tight spots. And it has like this weird cover thing here that I guess an anti-theft device or something keeps it keeps the tag secure to the ratchet itself. All you gotta do is cut it at the bottom there and move it out of the way and press the quick release. Let me do this. There we go. And here is the tag, as I was telling you. It gives you the model number, lifetime warranty. It's kind of hard. I guess it has the Walmart warranty, which is 90 days, and then you have to call Hart or something like that, I think, and you go through them. Not as good as, let's say, Harbor Freight or Pittsburgh, where you just take it to the store and boom, they'll give you another one. So this one has 90 teeth there. Yep, this is a 90 tooth ratchet, 1/2-inch drive, flex head, extendable. And where is it made? It's made in China, so it doesn't say Taiwan, so I guess you can take that with a grain of salt if you're a fan of Taiwan. This isn't one of those tools. It has a little sticker there for eye protection, so make sure you put your eye protection on when you touch this. It says 12.5 inches when it's all the way to its smallest point there. Actually, and it says 18 inches when you extract it all the way to its longest point. But I measured it, and from the top here to the bottom here is actually like 13 inches and 18.5 inches, so a little bit longer than the advertised size. Comes with this kind of plastic and rubber mixed handle, white. Not too crazy about white in tools like that. Seems to gets dirty pretty quickly, but it's a good, nice handle. It feels pretty comfortable in the hand, and like I said, that's what it extracts to. And the flex head, it just has some positions. I guess that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 is not locking, it just has a ball detent in there. So let's take this apart, or start taking it apart, and see how we do it. Here you have a ring right there that keeps the handle on. You just get a little screwdriver, pry that out, and this switch is gonna slide up like that, and then it has another spring underneath the switch, and then there's a ball there. This ball usually falls out, and this one, it likes to stay, which is kind of better for us. And what you do is you pull this out, pull this out, pull it out, but keep your finger on it because there's another ball underneath here, and it's a kind of a bigger size ball, and its spring has a spring underneath there. So just put that back, and so these are your parts here in the order they go on: the ring, then the switch, and then the spring, and then this ball. This ball comes out. I think I could press it out. Yeah, there it goes. And as you can see, it's a little bit smaller than that one. So those are your basic handle parts there. And to take the flex off, you're gonna need a 5 millimeter. A 5 millimeter. What just hit me? Oh, the spring fell out from the handle. Need a 5 millimeter hex key, and this comes out. Just kind of squeeze it out. There you go. And there's a ball underneath, a even bigger ball than those other two. And under here, you're gonna find a spring. So that's the spring, and that's the fork that holds your flex head. You see the hole underneath there where the spring sits, and just put the spring back in like there. So those are your pieces there for the handle, and then your actual ratchet mechanism. You're gonna need an 8 Torx 8 to open this one up. Kind of weird for a little bit small for a 1/2 inch ratchet. Usually the Torx 10 you're gonna find, or I would think you would find in most of these ratchets. The middle screw that holds the plate, it's also 8. And all the screws have a little bit of Loctite on them. That one, they all do. So, okay. You get your plate out. This is what the plate looks. It looks like a little wet there. Looks like maybe there was a little bit of lubricant in this, but as you're gonna see, this is pretty bone dry. I don't see any lubricant anywhere on this. And those are your teeth on your gear, 90 teeth. So I guess this is considered a fine tooth ratchet. It has the quick release switch there, and inside the 2 swinging pawls that are popular, I guess the old proto design. I'll take one out of here, and a pretty long, thick pawl. They're pretty wide there, so it looks like there was some sort of liquid on there, but it dried. Kind of weird. It would dry up like that. If it was lubricant, maybe, I don't know, maybe some moisture, maybe it fell in water. And here's the spring, that compresses the poles. And there's the switch, it's made of metal, and the broaching. The broaching looks pretty good, except for one spot here. I don't know what happened there. It looks like the broach slipped or something and took out a little slice of the compartment there. But overall, looks pretty decent. Okay, now to put it all back together. Did we look at the pawl? The pawl on one side says LT left 92th, and on the back has an H, has a little protrusion to fit in the little hole at the bottom, and just seat that back in there. Take your spring, and there we go. Put your spring back in. Maybe position it a little bit better, like that. Like that. Take your gear. The gear also has like a washer, a thin washer on top of it. There are no like rubber gaskets on this to keep moisture or anything like that out. And this is how it looks like when it's ratcheting. Yeah, pretty basic. And you take your plate, get your screw, for the switch. Nope. It's kind of hard to center because you got the springs inside, the pole springs kind of switching, pushing, I would say, pushing the switch, like canting it to one side. So to get the whole like direct, it's kind of, you gotta screw around with the switch a little bit. And the other thing with the switch is the switch screw is you don't want to tighten it all the way tight, because if you do, you're not going to be able to switch the switch. So you get it tight and then you back off a little bit, and that lets you switch. You grab your screws for the plate, get them in. Not super duper tight. It has a little Loctite on it, so if you want to add more, I would suggest probably doing that. And now you take the ball and put that back in the fork and put your mechanism on it. And push down and get the screw in pretty quick, so you don't have to fumble with it that much. And this one you can get pretty good and tight because it's a big screw. You don't have to worry that much about stripping it. Okay, to get the handle back on, you get your ring, your switch, and your spring, and take this spring, put that in there, and the bigger ball, you put that in there. Okay. Now you want to hold it down a little bit and slide it down. Then take the other ball. Kind of make sure that the hole here is on top of this track here. So you just drop your ball in there and press it in, and now we can get this spring over the section there, and the switch over the spring, and now you can get your ring here and put it in that groove right there. Okay, mash it down till it sits there. Okay, it shouldn't spin, it should stay stable like that. That means that that ball was in the track. So if the ball was in the track, then it shouldn't spin, because it kind of keeps it in place. And now you just see if your switching works. Yeah, it works. Your flexing works. And your ratchet is ratcheting. So there you go. There's the Hart flex head extendable 1/2" ratchet. It's a pretty good price for 12 bucks if you can find it that cheap on clearance anywhere. Seems like a decent little ratchet to carry in your car. It kind of gives you like a breaker bar for your tires and stuff like that. A breaker bar reach and decent torque to do stuff like that. Yep. So if you find one cheap, check it out. All right, guys. Until next time.